Well, my views of the macro future of streaming have not changed dramatically because the cable satellite bundle is going to continue to decline. And with that, streaming subs, both in the United States and globally, are going to continue to grow. Clearly, they're going to grow more slowly. My view has also not changed of the difficulty of traditional media companies, Disney being the poster child for that, making this transition in a way that is going to increase the value of those companies because they're coming from the best media model known to man, where you get subscriber fees and advertising revenue, and most of those fees coming from homes that never watch your channel, to a place where you gotta get paid for just those homes that do watch you. And it's a much tougher model, the streaming model. And Disney's continuing to get more credit, just in your introduction, for its sub numbers than it should. Half of those subs that it got were from India that are worth very little. The whole reiteration of its guidance that ultimately Disney Plus is going to have 230 to 260 million subs tells me very little without knowing how many of those subs are actually going to come from Asia. 50 million today come from Asia. If 100 million of those ultimate subs are going to be coming from India at incredibly low prices, that tells me very little about the ultimate value that they're creating for Disney Plus. So my views there of the difficulty of a company like Disney building value is hasn't changed. I think the market's gotten more rational about what its streaming value is. I don't think the market has fully taken into account just how difficult it's going to be for the traditional business, the decline in the bundle, cord cutting, ad rates being hit by a tougher economy, the parks being hit by inflation and a tougher economy. A lot of that I don't think has been fully digested.
Tom, Matt, you would think that with what Tom was saying, that nobody wins. So there's cord cutting and streaming's not what it was cracked up to be. So, and then the other businesses, difficult too. Can you explain the one thing, Matt, in your view, why the pandemic Disney, with the promise of streaming or Netflix, was valued at so much more than the reopened Disney, when all of its other assets are firing, presumably eventually going to fire on all cylinders, but some slowdown in streaming, which wasn't the profit generator anyway. So why is $700 Netflix during the pandemic, and now where it is, or Disney, with all of Disney's assets now, parks, movies, theaters open, everything else? Why? Can you explain that?
It seems silly, right? And I think this was a product of what Wall Street believed in during the pandemic, when we were all sitting on our couches, which was that the total addressable market for streaming was going to be 7, 8, 9, perhaps 1 billion people that were going to quickly sign up for these streaming services and pay a premium to do so. And I think that rationale has completely changed. Netflix's run-up was due to the fact that it could outbuy everybody in Hollywood. The stock price was so high they could raise whatever money they wanted to outbuy and spend with the promise of these subscribers. It got to 220 million worldwide at a pretty high revenue per subscriber, but everybody else in Hollywood was chasing. All the other stocks were valued high because they were considered in part streaming companies, and now that's all coming down to earth.
Tom, do you at this point have a long-term positive view on the stocks of either Netflix or Disney? I mean, if anybody loved them at 2 or 3 times where they were not in Netflix's case, shouldn't this be a time where you could at least start to go in and maybe if it goes down more, add to your position?
Yes. I mean, personally, my view of Netflix is that it is hugely undervalued here. Obviously, the market was very spooked by its sub numbers. And clearly the path to 300 to 400 million subs is going to be a slower one. But look, you do have 600 million cable satellite subs around the globe. And eventually those are going to become streaming subs, and Netflix, in all likelihood, is your first streaming service in as those homes transition. And the path to 300 million or above creates a value for Netflix well above where it is today.